Is there sound now? Got my coffee. I am here and ready. Is there sound now? Because my microphone says there's sound now. But I know there's a lag, so I will wait a minute. Yes. Okay. All right. I guess because anyway, it doesn't matter what I did. I didn't make sure that my microphone worked. Okay, you can hear me now. Happy Monday. Now, can you repeat all that you said? I said happy Monday, and I'm super excited to be here. We have scoops, y'all, trinket tosses. I had three orders for trinket tosses, so that's going to be fun to do those. All right, let me say hello to hello, Ro and Amanda and Deborah and Krista and Lisa. And so far, that's all I see. Hello, hello. All right, so today, wait, why did you turn off? Oh, I must have it on. Because I got some new lights to go under here, and I guess it was on auto. Now that I'm going to blind myself, trying to see what it is. Because I felt like I just needed a wee bit more light. Okay, now they're correct. Like in this area when I'm facing down. Okay, we missed you too. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is the trinket tosses. And I have 3 orders, so we're going to do those. Hi, Allie. So I'm just going to flip my camera. And then I do have some fun stuff I'm going to do tonight for the actual video. Okay, let me zoom in. I don't know why this always just moves. Okay, let me move my mouse. All right, so what I'm doing is the trinket tosses are in here. I will count out the scoops in here, and then they will go in a Ziploc. So that may not seem very professional, but the professional bags that I have, they tend to tear with so much weight. So I'm just going to use Ziploc so they won't tear. Hello, hello. Where are we at? Did I say hi, Allie? Hi, Allie, just in case. It was there this and yeah, I'm our weather's not that big a deal right now. It was like, I think the high today was like 70. All right, I'm going to unzip these. All right. So I want to see if Susan and Kai are here. I know Deborah's here. Susan, Kai, and Deborah are the ones who ordered the scoops, the trinket tosses. So if you're not familiar, if you're new here, this big tin, and it is heavy, it is big, is full of all kinds of junk journal goodness. Let me get my scoops out. There is beads. There is actually inks. There's stamps. There's gorgeous buttons. What else? There's the little door knocker things. More stamps. Vintage buttons. Negative slides. These little Tim Holtz stencils. So when I do my scoops, I kind of start in the bottom trying to do this. So who am I going to do first? Let's see. Well, you know what? I'm going to do it in the order they were ordered. I think that's fair. Bring this to the retreat. I think the gals would love it. I could. I have plenty of trinket things, so I could bring it to the retreat. Okay, so the first person to order trinket tosses was Kai, and she ordered 10. You know what? I am silly. Let me write names on here real quick, because if I don't, by the time I put the trinkets in it, it's going to be harder to write the name. So this is Kai's. This is Susan. And this one is Deborah. Okay. And that is the order that they were ordered. So that's when the order I will fill them. All right, done. So this is Kai, and she ordered 10. This is, yep, the scoop is already in there. All right, are we ready? We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at that. She got a thing. When it's so full, I think next time I'm not going to fill it as full. Oh my gosh, how many was that? How many was that, y'all? Hi, Lori. You're never late. You're right on time. How many was that? Does anybody know? I don't want to start over. It was 4. Thank you. So that's 5. That's 5. That is 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So those are Kai's 10. Let me just gather the things that fell out while I was scooping. So Kai, if you're watching, here is your goodies. See, I think this is easier than the way I was doing it before. All right. Because Kai ordered a bunch of other stuff too. So this is, oh, where am I going to put this? Right there. All right. Next is Susan. And Susan ordered, where is Susan's? Susan ordered 7. All right. Oops. We have a runaway. Runaway Brad. All right. We have 1. Oh, we don't want this scoop. 1, 2, 3. Oh, she got an ink. Oh, fell out. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. All right, Susan, that is your 7. And Deborah ordered 20 because she thinks they're so fun. All right, so I am going to try to mix it a bit since I have a little more space. Okay, 20. I may have to do like 10 and 10. So it will fit. Wait, do I see some? Yep, I see some stuff over here. Okay, that's it. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, ooh, 8. Look at how pretty that is. 8, 9, and 10. So that's the first 10. And then we'll do 10 more. Oops. Anything else? Okay. So that's first 10. And then we get 10 more. All right. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, look at that big stamp. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So 20 gorgeous scoops. And there is a lot. There is brads, there is eyelets, there is beads and buttons and hardware. I can't even tell you. Look at that. This is a quart bag. Look at that. All this gorgeous stuff for 20 bucks. Look at that. So many beautiful things. So if you would like to, hi Ange, if you would like to, hi Lena, purchase some scoops. Now I do have some more things that I'm going to add in here. So there'll be more and new items the next time I do scoops. I have a tin to add it to for my desk. All right. So scoops are done. Thank you, ladies, so much. Yeah, put that in there for right now. Perfect. All right, let me set this to the side. Okay, nope, that is one thing I don't want to craft a lunch because, oh my gosh, could you imagine? Y'all would have to put me in some kind of group therapy home. Okay, what are we doing today? We are working on the prompt of the week. So I did Junk Journal January where we did a weekly prompt. People really like them. I like it because it helps me do different things. So I thought I would continue on and do a prompt of the week. So this week it's texture play. So we are going to do anything that's textury, fabric, paste, embossing, stitching. If it adds dimension, it belongs on the page. So that's what we're going to do today is do a little bit of texture play. And if you do these, make sure to take pictures. Please take pictures and put it in the Facebook group. I would love to see your creations and how you have been inspired. And it inspires me. All right, so this is my next journal. So I'm already working on my Texas journal. This is my next big journal. So I found this at a thrift store, and it is one of the K & Company scrapbooking. This is a scrapbooking album, but I am going to use it for a junk journal. So with the pages being as big as they are, I know I don't have to fold. I can just take whole 8.5 by 11 and bigger and just put them in here. So that is what I'm going to be working on tonight is some pages and ephemera for this. I just think it's going to be so beautiful. Oh, I can't wait to just play and do all the things in that journal. Lots of flippy folios are happening in there and all the things. Okay, so let's pull some of the things that I am using. Wait, where did my sticky note go? That was my cheat sheet. Oh, I put it under my mouse. Okay, so the papers that I am going to be using tonight, let me scoot that over. I printed vellum. So if you don't know, all of the 8.5 by 11 paper packs you can get in cardstock or you can get in vellum. Now I already kind of played with that and I'll show you what I did. So I printed them on vellum because vellum itself has a lot of texture. So I did that. And then I ran them through my embossing machine. So I have the Gemini. So I don't have to hand crank because I just know. So I ran them through there to give it some added texture. And I'm going to show you how I did that and how we can highlight the embossing texture. So these are from the Shabby Ledger paper pack. So this is like, you're like, oh my God, that's so gorgeous. I need those in my life. Shabby Ledger. Okay. And then I printed out just 3 of my lace paper packs. So I printed that one. This already has a very textured look to it, even though it's just flat paper. Don't forget to trinket toss your thumb right into the thumbs up button for the live. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. So I printed this off, and this is from my lace paper pack. And then so is this one, and so is that one. And then on the back, because I can do double-sided, I just used my ledger paper pack and just printed a few little ledger pages on the back. So they're double-sided. Whether I use them that way or not, who knows? All right, so that's what we're working on today. So I am going to, I want to take this one. Now this is going to be a full sheet in the journal. So this is my thought process. And I realize it's blue. There's a blue butterfly. I'm just going to make it work. I'm going to do what I want. But see how this is together? So you have to unscrew it and take it apart. So I'm not doing that right now. But they will go perfectly right in there, just like this. And then they will lay like that. So that is going to be amazing. And on this one, I'm going to do shorter pages, kind of like a notepad or notebook kind of thing. I think it may change. Who knows? But I'm using the vertical so they can just slide in there. So whatever I do on this page, no, I don't need, and I will not fold the page like you generally do in a regular journal. Oh my goodness, I cannot talk. Okay. In a regular journal, you would fold these in half and sew the signatures in. The journal I am using, I don't have to do that. So we are going to do something with this. I was thinking, where's this one? So I was thinking how fun it would be to have a good size vellum pocket. And where is, take a drink. Look at it. Paper trimmer. Oh, there we go. All right, I'm going to go ahead and trim this down to, I don't know what size, because I'm going to use this as my guide. So whatever that ends up being. Now that is what, 8.5. So let me go ahead and trim that. Oops. So we're going to make a pocket first out of the vellum. Love vellum pockets. I think it's going to be fun making a bigger page journal. Get to use bigger stuff. Okay, I had purchased this a while back, and I actually purchased a lot of colors, and I didn't care for them that much. I returned all of them, except I forgot to return this one, which is fine. So this is what I'm going to use. It's Inca Gold. It's a gloss paint that you just, well, I am just using my finger. Now, I do think that it may be a tad dried out, and honestly, I like it better that way. Before, it was really kind of wet, and it just would smear, and I didn't like it as much. Okay, I am going to zoom in a bit so y'all can kind of see. I love that theme paper pack and vellum. Yeah, it's so beautiful. Oh, my fan is not on. Okay, so I just put some on my finger and just lightly go over, and it just hits the raised parts. Now I can tell it's dry because it's kind of crumbly. But again, when I tried it out before I went live to make sure, I like it better dried out. Or not dried out per se, but anyway, I like it better like this. So this is just giving the texture a makeover. so we can actually see the raised parts. And it's kind of shimmery. You could probably do the same exact thing with Rub and Buff. I will say though, with Rub and Buff, the littlest speck goes the longest way. And if I was doing it like this, it tends to not just stay on the top of the raised parts. It would just be the whole page. Rub and Buff is really made for like hard materials, plastic, metal, etc., etc. All right, did I miss any spots? It's very pretty. Can y'all like see the little glimmer in it? Isn't that gorgeous? That is gonna look so good. It's called Inca Gold Ange. Oh yes. It's not even texture paste, it is gloss paint. That's what this is. And I did get it on Amazon. Okay, I am going to grab a beauty wipe though. All right, so this is going to be a pocket. And we have, I'm going to ink up the edges of this paper though really quick. I'm so used to saying really quick on my videos as a indicator that I'm going to do something fast, like fast forward. I can't really do that on live. So, but it's a habit. Because generally I try to fast forward through things that are just like meh. You know what I mean? Like inking a page. Wait, what are we saying? I need some of this in my Patreon package. What, you want some of the Inca Gold in your Patreon package? Or you want embossed vellum? Or both? That is a perk of being a patron. You get to ask, especially yellow roses. You get to ask for stuff. Okay, so I have inked that up. Now I am going to move this to the side. Now we have to round the top corners. Okay, and then I am going to notch this. So 8.5, that's 4 1/4. So about right there is it 4 1/4? Oh my gosh, Stephanie, hold your finger on there. You act like you're going to be able to visually remember. Okay, that is half. So we're going to just do this fun little notch. I love that. Except when it doesn't do all the way. There we go. All right. Double-sided tape. Oh, and I moved it. I think. Did I? Oh, y'all, I don't remember. So what happens when you rearrange and, well, organize your stuff. I don't remember if I moved the double-sided tape. Of course, I can't get to it. Hold on, because I have all this stuff out, so because that's the stuff I'm going to use. And aha, I want the thinnest one. So we're going to use it. No, Lacey, you can't get in that drawer. Sorry, baby girl. And I want to pull that. Ooh, do I want that one? No, I have a thinner one, I think. Hold on, guys. because I'm in this drawer, so I might as well. I thought I had a really teeny thin one. Oh, I may not have put it away yet. Y'all get the whole full process with me here. The whole talking to myself. I think it might be in this ginormous box. Okay, y'all just bear with me. Okay, just look at the pretty stuff. Because you know, when I have something stuck in my head, that is what we have to do. Otherwise, it's gonna drive me bonkers. Aha. Knew I had some. Okay. All right. It hasn't been put away yet, but I have some. All right. I don't know which one I want to use, but I really want to have the ability to use what I want. All right. Double-sided tape. And the reason I'm going to put rickrack around it, one, I love rickrack. But two, when you're using vellum, any type of adhesive you use, whether it is glue, whether it is double-sided tape, tape runner, whatever, you can see it. So if you want to cover it, you just have to know to cover it with lace or ribbon or rickrack or whatever. Or if you don't mind the way that it looks, just leave it. Remember, no rules. The only rules to junk journaling are the rules you put on yourself. Your likes, dislikes, etc., etc. Inka stupid autocorrect. Wait, what did I miss? Embossed inked vellum. Okay, so you want me to do it all. Got it. Really, it's not that hard. Let's see. 2 times 2, 3. Oh, don't do that. Amanda's trying to make me lose my mind. Embossed vellum, so I can use my inhaler golds. Oh, your inker gold. Okay. And plain vellum, like I picked ones that had, you know, like a background, but you can do just plain vellum and the same way. Okay, we're gonna do one strip at a time. If y'all hear noise, it's Lacey and Claire. They're chasing each other. All right, perfect. And we'll just do this one. Be careful because it is vellum, so if I poke it the wrong way, I will poke a hole in it. It's a little bubbly. There we go. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Now, I am so excited about the amount of stuff. I mean, oh, y'all. Okay, so we have this one. Where's my pin cushion? Here it is. Let me put that over here since I'm not going to need it. All right, we have this size that can go across the bottom. And then I have this gorgeous size. Can you believe 10 cents? That was the back in the day. And that was expensive too, right? Or I have the really dainty thin one. So we have that, or we have that. I like the thin dainty one myself. But y'all tell me what y'all think. Thick or thin? I'll let y'all decide. In the meantime, when is my next live sale? I don't know. I need to get that figured out, but I don't know. The dainty one. Okay, good. Steph, we all want a piece, please. A piece of what? Hold on. Loving the full. I know, right? Okay. Gorgeous. I agree. I love using. We all want a piece, please. Yes, they are friends now. Okay. So we're going to put her back. I did. I finally, I am so impressed with myself. I finally got all of my lace, except for this new stuff, wrapped, color coordinated, organized in the drawers. And I am so, y'all want to see a drawer? Here, I'm going to show you a drawer. Look at this. Oh, I have to zoom out because I'm just so proud. That's in, Stephanie. Out. There we go. That's just one drawer. So these are my pinks, my golds, my reds, burgundies, grays, and my blacks. The top drawer is nothing but white and off-white. And then I have purples and yellows and oranges, blues. And then I have all my appliques and my yo-yos. And then I have all my crinkle ribbon, my chiffon ribbon, and browns. Anyway, that is absolutely the most irrelevant stuff that I could share with y'all, but I love it. Okay. Where is my smusher? There we go. Because we just need a little thin line. Nothing super crazy drastic. And then smush, 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 smush. All right, and a little snip. Just want to get that started. Put you on this side. It is going to be interesting, though, creating such big items for journals. Because everything would need to be, larger. Pockets, tags. But it's also a great way to use up your stuff. And on this page, not this page because I made this a big pocket, but I could definitely do stacked and staggered pockets, and there would be plenty of room for that. Uh-oh, where is the end? So one thing I love about Rick Rack, and I did that wrong, but that's okay, is there's no wrong side. Okay. Oh. Look. Should I put some at the top? Oh, let me zoom back in. There we go. Oh, well, not so much. There. No, I think I'm going to leave the top. Maybe after I decorate and do whatever. But right now I'm going to leave it like that. Is that just not so gorgeous? Oh, love, love, love. All right, next thing. What's up? What's up? What's next? Let me put you back right there for right now. All right, so right now, this page, we're going to set that to the side. So that one's done. Let's take, let's do this one. So on this one, well, first, where did my stamps go? There they are. Girl, blind, blind, blind. Okay, so this is going to also be a page. It doesn't matter. I'm just trying to see what makes me happy. Actually, it kind of does matter because the back is that way. So that is how it is going to face. I am trying to think of what I want to do. Okay, we are going to, I'm going to do this first. So we're going to use some embossing powder. I already got all my stuff out. And Amanda actually told me a neat trick to do. If you're using embossing powder so it doesn't stick to everything, you need to get a static powder pouch. Lord, I don't think I have I don't know what this is called. Oh, yeah, I do. It's an anti-static pouch. Now, I did get this one from Ranger. I don't know if there's other ones. But it prevents stray embossing powders or glitter from ruining your craft projects. So what you do is you just take this and you just rub it over your whole page or wherever you're going to use it, but I don't know where I'm going to use it. So the whole page. And then this also, I already done it once, but I'm going to do it again, is what I will end up putting the embossing powder on to, put it back in. And it's supposed to work miracles, and I believe it. So we are going to see what happens. All right. I'm going to take this. It's just script, right? It's just... and ink. What color do I want this? What color? I don't want... I want blue. No, I don't want blue. I think I really want... what do I want? Do I want green? You need embossing ink if you're going to... and yeah, I know. I do have that. But you can also use any color of... you can use any ink pad. But I do have the embossing ink pad somewhere. Lord, I moved those two. No, I didn't. Okay. I gotta stand up. There we go. I just don't know what color I want to emboss it. I guess I should have thought about that. We're going to do... no, I don't like silver. What is this? I don't even know what that one is. No. I'm going to do copper. I don't know. Maybe silver would look good on this. Something metallic. I think I'm going to do copper. Oh, maybe I should do this maroon. Oh, Miss Ma'am, no, this is absolutely not your time to shine. Oh, you have to get down, baby girl. What are we doing? I'm not this fancy. Printing on vellum, embossing, rubbing, stamping. I'm a boring crafter. No, you're not. I think I'm going to go with that one. Okay. Think long, think wrong. What my father-in-law used to say. So, of course, it was generally when we were playing cards and I was taking way too long to decide what I wanted to do. He would be like, think long, think wrong. All right, so I'm going to do a corner. And here's the good thing about this whole situation. If I don't like the way that it looks or how it turns out, I don't have to use it. So don't be afraid to try new things and do new things and get messy and, whatever. Because if you don't like it, you don't have to use it. Learn from what you would consider a mistake and, do something different next time. All right, put that to the side. Now, I watched someone emboss, and instead of using this and going all over, she put it in a little spoon and had way more control over like how much, because really I would end up dumping the whole dang thing on there, right? All right, so I'm going to put that over to the side. Okay, I can already tell you this is a trillion times better with the static thing. So get a static pouch if you are going to use embossing powder. Perfect. I cannot even tell you how perfect this is. Thank you, Amanda. You are awesome. All right, now for the heat gun. I don't know if y'all are going to be able to hear this or not, but... Okay. So I will say on this side, the ink, like I couldn't press it hard enough or there wasn't enough ink on there, and that's okay. So next, we're just going to combine. We're going to combine some texture. So just to show you, this is the embossing powder, and that's all dry, right? The heat gun melts the embossing powder to create a raised image. Just to speed dry. For everything else, yes, but the like she said, it melts the embossing powder. So, and it is raised. All right, so what I'm going to do is now I'm going to have some serious regrets if I don't tape this down. Because it will move and then I'll be pissy. So we don't want that. So let me get some washi tape. Because now I'm going to use some texture paste. The ideas I'm getting, they're endless, I'll tell you. All right, so I want that butterfly right there. Now, I've had this stuff for years and years. If you're new to this, this is not something you need to go run out and buy. However, if it is something that you're like, oh my gosh, I love that and I want to use that in so many things, do what makes your heart happy. Okay, so I have that. And I am going to use, I wonder if I should use, is this one? I can't tell. Yeah, I'm going to use this one. So I do make my own texture paste. I also buy it. And this might be too hard. Let's see if I can revive it. If not, then I will get out. I just added water. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to revive this. I haven't used it in a hot minute, so I don't know. It might be coming along. Let's see. Okay, well, if it comes along, it'll come along later. All right, so let's put you just over here. And because I really wanted white, I have crackle paste, so we'll just use that. Oh goodness, this might be dried up too. No, it seems to be all right. Now this is Tim Holtz crackle paste. So what it's going to do is it's going to give it a cracked effect. I'm just trying to get the butterfly. And a few leaves, because apparently it's just all going to come together. Okay. Over there. Do a little wiping. There we go. I love when things are so easy to clean. All right. And it wants to lift. All right, I'm going to run the heat gun over it. Oh, see, it's not that great. It's too old, but it's there. So we're going to make the best of it. And we're not going to worry about that. I'm just going to leave it. Okay, I just need to get some new texture paste. That is all that means. Let me see if I can scrape it off without ruining it. This is how you learn stuff. You just do. If it works, yay. If it doesn't, well, you know, lessons learned. Now, it did kind of like mess up the paper right there. And that's okay, because we will no, I don't like that one. We will put down, oh, this one's pretty. That doesn't match. Oh, wait, I have smaller ones. Oh, this is nice. Put down a little yo-yo and all right, let's see. On video, you couldn't tell it messed up. Yeah, but in real life, you totally could. Because for texture paste, you should not be able to like scrape it off like that. And it definitely shouldn't be crumbly. So it has definitely seen better days. All right, so I have this button. Or this button. I think I'm going to go with this one. Okay, let's just be a pain. There we go. I want it in the little hole. The little shank. Well, you know what? Let me just cut the shank off. It wants to be a pain. Fine. It's just as easy to cut the shank off as it is trying to fight with that. Okay, now it's flat. And we will glue that. Oh, with the glue gun. Okay, and then I'm gonna make some tags, I think. Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. With where's my other piece of paper? Oh, there it is. Yep, I'm gonna make tags with this one. And we'll emboss those. All right. And put this. Right there. And now we have that covered up. Okay, so this can go over on the next one. All right, let's make some tags. And I'm going to use some embossing powder on those. Okay, get off of me. Okay. I am going to use copper because I think the copper would look so good on this. So get my little static pouch and rub it. I'm probably rubbing it more than it needs to be, but you know. Okay, what are we doing? I have texture paste, but I've never used it before. I've used some texture paste, but would never have thought to layer it over embossing powder. It's a happy butterfly. Yeah, right. Okay. It was old. So, and it's okay. All right, let's put this one back. This goes here. Where's the other piece? Are you in there? No. It's here somewhere. Okay, now I am going to get this out. I can tell I love this one. And I'm going to use this one. Where's the doohickey? Oh, it's right here. This is a judgment-free zone. The problem is this is too short, so I need to grab my bigger one. I know that it is covered. Okay. I just like that one because it has a handle on it. But I will get this down. All right, we're gonna make some tags. Thank you. Okay. And my little hockey puck. I know that's not what it is, but that's what my brain says it is. So that's what we're going with. Okay, and I'm going to do this one. The bad thing is using the clear embossing stamp. It's hard to see where you put it down at. Okay, so I'm going to use this one's copper. Oh my gosh, that is such perfection. Oh, such perfection. All right, set that to the side. And okay. My greatest fear is knocking this over before I put the lid on it. Okay, so let's get these two. Oh, I dropped my heat gun. All right, I'll try to hold this closer. And maybe you can see the change. I don't know if y'all can see the change happening with the heat. So y'all can see the difference. It's the same color, right? So you can see it's like melting that embossing powder. Okay, like that. And you can always tell if you missed a spot and then go back over it. But I will tell you, and see, I missed a little bit on the little thin lines. And I don't know if y'all can hear me when this is going, so I'm not going to talk yet. Okay, so what did I do? Oh, I hit the mouse. But what you don't want to do is hold it on for too long, because then it really just melts it and it's no longer like pretty. So you just have to kind of watch it, and when it turns that color shinier, then you know we're done. Like that's it. Okay. Yes, doohickeys come with handles. Texture paste is so much fun to play with. Steph taught me how to use it. I did. I remember. Absolutely, Amanda. It is my new fave. Science and crafting. That's right. That's right. So now y'all can see the difference. All right, let's cut these out. So these are just going to be tags, but they're so fun. Like using embossing powder is nice. It just gives it that little extra oomph. There we go. Sorry, I'm concentrating. Apparently, I cannot cut and talk at the same time. All right, so those two are done. And there is no real ink that is going to match the copper, but Vintage Photo will probably be the best at like blending in. So we're going to do that. And now we have created texture. And there's one other thing I was going to show y'all really quick. Especially because I put a bunch of these in the trinket tosses. And I know that people are going to get them and be like, what in the heck am I supposed to do with this? So do I even have one handy? Yes. Okay. So in individual little baggies, you know what? Let me clean up my mess before I just start trying to craft on top of stuff. But in the trinket tosses and individual little baggies, I put one of these, and most of y'all, I think, got more than one. And it is a great way to add texture to anything. And that is creating clusters. These are my absolute favorite thing to use for making clusters. So we're going to make a cluster. I am kind of bummed though that my texture paste is not up to par, because I was going to create a belly band with texture paste using that, but I will the next time. Okay, I'm just trying to put this so I can put it away. All right, let me get one of these out. Let me put this up like that. Okay, so these are squares. It was actually a placemat, and it was perfect squares. So I cut them apart. I'm going to use that one. And I love using them for clusters. All right, so we're going to use that. And so this is a piece that got cut off of the vellum. Let me zoom in. I feel like I'm a little far away. So I'm just going to tear. I love how vellum tears. It is the perfect way to tear. It is so delicious. All right, we gotta ink it up. It's very textured in itself, the way that vellum tears. Now we're gonna tear all the way around because yummy. Apparently I cannot tear and talk either. It's because this wasn't planned. And so now I'm like, what are you doing? Do you even know? Do you even know what you're doing? All right. I'll put that right there. And what else? So rules of 3. This is my base. So I want 2 more things to go on top. Right? That's what I have found to be the best way to do stuff like that is the rules of 3. So let me see. And here I need to put these on a smaller thing. I have my little dates. Oh, look at that. Yep. We're going to use that. And a flower, or a butterfly. You know what? Let me go to my shabby chic butterflies. I think that's what these are called. Sad that I don't remember. But these I made and designed myself. So you're not going to find these anywhere else. These I designed myself. Oh, they're so beautiful. I don't know what size I need though. I think this might be a bit too big. You're going to go down and you're, I think that's good. I think that's good. Although I don't know. We're going to go with that one. Okay. So I'm just going to ink it up, bring it back into focus for y'all. All right. So I've inked that, and just ink this one. So this is shabby chic butterflies. Does anybody remember what they're called? Actually, somebody ordered them. Where's the orders? Yes, shabby chic butterflies. That's what these are called. So under the die cut section of the website, you can find these. I do cardstock or stickers. So you have options. Wait, what did it was like that. All right, so we have that. And that. And then this is date labels, I think is what it's called. Somebody ordered those too. Let me see. Yes, date label die cuts. So I have a bunch of dates. I love dates. I love using like stamp dates like this in my journals. And I found that I didn't have enough. And I really couldn't find enough. So I made them. And like with all things that I make, I shared with you guys. Okay. So now all we have to do is glue that down. And then we will have a gorgeous cluster to add to anything. Belly band. This would look gorgeous in the middle of a belly band. Ooh, I think I'm going to use that. Glue. Yes, thank you. And it's so simple, but this piece of fabric behind it, it just gives it so much gorgeousness. Lots of texture. I'm just waiting for Glenda to get nice and hot. All right. Not quite. I've learned to quit forcing it if it's not quite hot enough because I'm afraid I'm going to break it. And then this will be the last thing I create. So we'll get to take a gander at everything that we have made so far. Ooh. Another way to add texture. Is liquid pearl and stickles. And what reminded me of that is I really like to add those to the body of the butterfly, because I think it just gives it that little bit of pop. All right, so that is a nice, gorgeous cluster. And I think I'm going to do some liquid pearl. Now, I do need a scratch piece of something because there's inevitably always air holes. All right, so I am just going to take this and go down the center of the body. And then, because it's not enough for me, I'm going to go around and put dots around the wings. It doesn't have to be perfect. They don't have to be measured or spaced out, whatever. Just do it. For too many years, I let perfectionism get in the way of creating. Wasted a whole bunch of time worrying about being perfect. See, these are way closer together. Those are further apart. But guess what? There's no perfect butterfly. Butterflies are not perfect in nature. There's flaws and they're all different and whatever. So it is okay if it's not symmetrical and perfect. Okay, so that is what it's going to look like once it's dried. And I just gave that butterfly lots of character and added more texture to this. So, oh, you know what we could do? Like this could also look like little brads. Right on the end, right? Like it's being held on by itty bitty brads. Look at that. Because once it dries, they kind of sink down. Look, I just created like itty bitty brads on the side of that. Perfect. Love it. It's gorgeous. So lots of ways to add texture to all the elements of your junk journals. All right, so let's check out what we did tonight. Now this I have to be careful so it dries. And once again, the papers I used were Shabby Ledger, the Lace Paper Pack, and Ledger Paper Pack. So I created this page. We have these. And then I created this gorgeous pocket out of vellum that I embossed and then put that gold, what is it, Inca gold? It's like a gloss paint type stuff over it. So those are what we made tonight. And right about an hour, because I know we had trinket tosses in the beginning. So that's quite a bit of stuff that you can make an hour of crafting, including making mistakes and having to fix those. So tell me in the comments, like, what is your favorite one? Which piece is your favorite? And make sure that if you follow the prompt, share your pictures, share your inspiration with others. There will be a weekly prompt every Sunday. That is what I will work on Mondays. And until next time, guys, y'all have a blessed night. Bye.